I was fired for dress code violation after my boss found out my designer clothes were actually from thrift stores. I still remember the exact words my manager Sarah used when she fired me. Your misrepresentation of your socioeconomic status creates an uncomfortable dynamic in client meetings. Translation: I got fired because my boss discovered my designer wardrobe came from thrift stores and Facebook Marketplace just the day she called begging for my help after losing our biggest client, Perda, who apparently left working with me specifically because I wasn't another trust fund kid playing business when I started at Meridian Heptions last year. I knew I didn't fit the typical profile. And Senent in there came from money purred private schools, family connections, summer homes. I grew up with a single mom who worked 3 jobs, but I'm good at what I do, and I know image matters and high-end marketing, so I got creative. I built a professional wardrobe piece by piece from thrift stores, consignment shops, and online resellers. I'd spend weekends hunting for authentic designer pieces that wealthy people had discarded, pert often with tags still on a $2,000 Burberry coat for $85, Louboutin heels for $70 with barely any wear. I learned to spot real from fake, how to make minor repairs, how to style pieces to look current. My colleagues constantly complimented my style. Clients commented on my excellent taste. Sarah, my boss, often asked where I shopped, and I just smile and say, oh, I have my sources. Everything changed at the company retreat last month. We were sharing rooms, and my coworker Lisa saw me carefully steaming a vintage Meckel blazer I'd found for $25. She noticed the thrift store tag I'd forgotten to remove. Wait, is that from Goodwill? She asked, genuinely confused. I explained my system. Part how I'd built my entire professional wardrobe on a budget. She seemed impressed, even asked for tips. But Monday morning I was called into Sarah's office. Lisa was there, looking uncomfortable. Sarah had a printout of my platine and profile and several sticky notes. We need to discuss your presentation to the company and our clients, Sarah began. Lisa mentioned your shopping habits. What followed was surreal. Sarah explained that our agency's image was built on authentic luxury experience and that my pretending to afford designer clothes was misrepresentation and dishonest. But they are designer clothes, I argued. The fact that I found them secondhand doesn't change that. Our clients expect to work with people who understand their lifestyle, Sarah countered, not people pretending to be something they're not. By Friday, I was fired for violating company culture and dress code policies, paired policies that mysteriously weren't in writing anywhere. I spent 2 weeks job hunting before getting a call from Diane, our biggest client at Meridian. She'd heard I was gone and wanted to know why. When I told her the truth, she was silent for a moment. Let me get this straight, she finally said. They fired you for being resourceful and financially responsible for finding beautiful things without overspending? Yesterday, Sarah called me. Diane had pulled her $2 million account from Meridian Parnsley. She told Sarah, I built my company from nothing. I don't trust people who've never had to be creative with resources. I want to work with someone who understands value, not just price tags. Sarah was calling to offer me my job back, part with a raise and a promotion. Instead, I am meeting with Diane next week to discuss a position at her company. She specifically mentioned that my resourcefulness and eye for quality, regardless of source, were exactly what she's looking for. Some people judge you by where your clothes come from, others value you for how you put yourself together with what you have. I know which people I want to work with.